Welcome to another edition of Vamos Rams player interview presented by California Resources Corporation. I'm Troy Santiago with Ricardo Lopez Juarez, and today our guest is the strongest punter in the game, the author of the best punt ever, the one and only Ethan Evans. Ethan, thank you for stopping by. How you doing, brother?
Doing good. How are you?
Fine. I mean, honestly, one of my favorite plays of the season, it was the game-winning punt you did against the Seahawks in Week 11. And you put the ball out of bounds inside the 1-yard line. That was amazing, and your reaction was pure gold. Has been the best moment in your career?
I would say so. Yeah, easily it's the best moment of my career, just for the situation that we were in, and being able to go out there and execute a big punt like that and kind of secure the game for us, especially in a big rivalry game with the Seattle. Yeah, I mean, doesn't get much better than that.
It made a difference in the game.
Oh,
because
yeah.
Make it difficult for the Seahawks in the last try. 50 yards, and the football was between the goal line and the 1-yard line. What went through your mind when you saw what you just did?
At first, I didn't know it went out of bounds at the one. I just saw it take a high hop, and I was kind of sitting back like, oh, it's got a chance. And, once I saw the ref step up and mark it out the one, that's kind of when I just blacked out, and I just started screaming and headbutting all the guys. Yeah, super cool moment, and I'm glad I got to experience it.
It was the best punt ever, honestly, and everybody gets crazy, especially in that game against the Seahawks, and what it represents for the team, because after that, the defense taking care of business. So, But let's start with the beginning with you, because you were born and raised in Mount Airy, North Carolina, with a population less than 11,000, and then you went to the Division II Wingate University. How big was the culture shock of growing up in a small community and now being in one of the world's largest city in the world, Los Angeles, California?
For me, it was like, wow, I know I'll never get bored here. There's always something to do around here. The weather out here is amazing. I mean, it's 75 right now, and it's in the middle of December, so that part's been really cool. But, yeah, it was a little bit of an adjustment to try to get used to, the amount of traffic and the amount of people here. But, I've grown to love it, and, me and my fiance love it out here. Yeah, it's been really cool being out here with the Rams, and, all the guys here in the building are super cool, and, they make it feel like home.
How you describe your journey? I mean, from Wingate Division II to the Rams, a playoff team, perennial playoff contender. How do you describe your journey to being here with us?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely was a journey for sure. Going to such a small high school and then going to such a small college, we only had 2,000 to 3,000 people on campus, if that. My dad always told me, if you want something, you got to go get it. And, I just kept practicing my craft throughout my years in college. And, my head coach, Joe Reich at Wingate, he was a super awesome coach, and he gave me every opportunity to showcase what I could do. And, yeah, that eventually led me here. And, I'm super blessed to be here with all these guys and, out here kicking some footballs around.
And maybe you didn't know, but when the Rams drafted you in the 7th round in 2023, it was the first time in 40 years that they select a punter during the draft. They knew you had a strong leg, but now with your accuracy, your graded assets, do you have improved your technique since you joined the NFL? We watched that. What do you change since the year one and now? Because it's a whole different story.
Yeah. Coming in, I was known for a big leg and being able to punt the ball super far. I quickly found out, the returners here in the NFL are really, really good. If you punt a ball straight down the middle of the field, they're going to return it for 20-plus yards. So after my rookie year, I kind of sat down with Chase and all the other guys, and, we decided, hitting 70-yard punts is cool when it's needed, but we don't need to do it every time. So that's when we started focusing on hitting more accurate punts, closer to the sidelines. So that way, if they do catch it inbounds, they can only get, 5-yard return at most if it's right next to the sideline. And then with the short-range punts, it was, we kind of pictured it as a golf hole. Like, the end zone's the water. You don't want to go into the water. If you're outside the 20, you're on the fringe. But if you're inside the 20, you're on the green. And if you put it outside the 5, that's a hole-in-one. So, yeah, that's what we did.
Ethan, many fans really don't remember the names of their punters. We have a friendly joke that punters are people too. And you guys have been a tremendous asset for the Rams, our special teams. I mean, the Rams used to have Johnny Hecker.
Mhm.
one of the best in recent times.
Mhm.
We love Johnny Hacker, but we don't miss him a lot because you have been great.
Mhm.
And I think Ethan Evans is a solid candidate for the Pro Bowl. Obviously, I know you don't want to be there. We won't want to be there. We want to be in the Super Bowl.
Mhm.
But how do you evaluate your performance this year? I think you are very solid, very good.
Yeah, I think it's been pretty good. I mean, I haven't had a lot of opportunities because Matthew Stafford and the whole offense, is just lights out this year. I mean, we're
Mhm.
what is our average the past couple of games? Was it like 38 points or something like that?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. So I haven't really got to see a lot of action, which is good. But no, I feel like the opportunities that I've been given this year, I've capitalized on them. There's a couple punts in there that you'll have where you're like, oh man, like that one was a little short and everything. But no, I mean overall, I'm pretty happy with how I've been doing, and learning how to hit the liner kickoffs recently. Trying to go back to my soccer days, just hitting different types of kicks, and yeah, that's been really fun too. So yeah, I'm happy with how it's been going.
That's great. So you play soccer in high school, obviously in special kicks, and then when you went to the university, you choose to be a punter. But when you play soccer, what position you play?
I was a goalie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Big one. No?
Yeah.
I actually wasn't that big when I graduated high school. I had a huge growth spurt my freshman year of college.
Oh, wow.
When I graduated high school, I was maybe 6 foot, maybe 6 foot. And then after my freshman year, that's when I blew up to 6'4".
Do you have any favorite soccer team?
Arsenal.
Arsenal.
Yeah.
Okay. That's cool. Well, you went viral when the people saw your 600-pound squats and all the powerlifting you did in your training. But this is a new, because since high school you've been doing that as a part of your preparation. Why?
It's because my dad. My dad was a huge lifter, and it was a good opportunity for me to spend time with him because he was a police officer. So his work schedule, he would work all the time, and then he would always go to the gym when he got off work. So I was like, hey, I want to be big and strong like you. So in high school, that's when I started lifting with him, and yeah, he only knew how to lift one way. He was like, we go in here, we get to work, we go super heavy, and we go until we can't go no more. So I spent my whole high school and college career lifting like that, and now that I'm here, we've kind of tampered down a little bit because we can't, as long as the seasons we have, we can't, go in the weight room.
Yeah, I remember
kill it
when
every time.
somebody asked Coach McVay about if he watched you lifting that much, and his reaction was pure gold. It's like, why? Why he's lifting that much?
That's cool, but
Yeah. So what was your reaction when you hear Coach McVay saying that about you?
That's about what I expected him to react like. It's not normal for, especially specialists to be lifting that much. But that's just how I've trained for all these years. So it helps me a lot. It helps me come out here and hit big punts. Yeah, I feel really good when I lift heavy like that. I don't know why, but that's just how I feel after I lift heavy like that.
now you talk about Coach McVay. This year has been challenging for the special teams unit, but Chase Blackburn, the whole unit, you guys have worked so hard. People sometimes don't understand when the special teams are struggling in some area. To fix it during the season sometimes seems very difficult to do. You guys have corrected. It's a very strong unit in my opinion. So what was about the work that you guys put together to fix the problem? That was the vulnerable situation for the Rams most of the first half of the season.
Yeah, I mean, after that happened, we kind of just walked in with the mindset, like it happened, it's behind us. We're going to focus in on our techniques, our timing of our kicks, the elevation of them at the line of scrimmage. And we just focused on the finer details of kicking instead of going out and just doing it to do it. We really started focusing on the finer details, our protection with our linemen and everything. And, we meet about it every day, focus on it and coach them up. And it's been really, really good this year since then.
Wow. Well, finally, we have a little piece when we watch the special teams, because it was the only part we're missing, in the first four games, 5 games. But then I think all the phases of the game are completely in a high level.
And maybe we can ask you what you think about Harrison, what he has brought to the table here.
Oh, he's awesome. I mean, he's one of those guys that doesn't go out there, doesn't think too much. He's like, if you put that ball on the ground, I'm going to kick it. It doesn't matter how it is. He's got a super good mindset about him. Super chill guy. Doesn't complain. Comes in, gets to work, and then makes his kicks. Gets off the field.
That's great. That's perfect. Let's now do rapid fire because we want to know you better. Which one is your favorite food?
What is my favorite food?
Yeah.
Steak.
Steak. Favorite movie?
Probably Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Okay. Favorite soccer player?
Messi.
If you have to describe your punting style in one word, what will be?
Power.
This one's gonna be good. If you could turn your punting leg into a separate entity with its own personality, what will be its name?
Jared Verse.
Oh, okay.
If you could play a different position with the Rams, what would be? And you can play everywhere with this body and this athleticism. But what position would you play besides punter?
Maybe tight end.
There you
Maybe,
go.
Yeah, we were talking about it.
Maybe.
Yeah, we were
I-
talking about it.
Yeah, I think I'm tall enough to do it, and I'm strong enough to do it. You know, I probably don't have the hands to do it, but you know, I got the
That's a
body
little
to do
bit.
it.
That's a little situation we need to fix in case of we need it. Okay, guys, this is a wrap from Ethan Evans, Ricardo Lopez Juarez, Troy Santiago here.
Vamos Rams!